is a waterfall of windmills and rockets and empty baskets. In my heart is a waterfall, bleeding pine trees and lit up windows and poison arrows. In my heart is a waterfall of silver linings and dirty laundry and bedtime pain. In my
Hello, how are you? I hope you've had a wonderful day. And y'all, I have a funny story from the internet. So, also, before I get into the story, if you would like to help Jenna with her car costs, you should go buy her books or get a membership on YouTube. Either way, do the things. So, there is this man who he had been stepping out on his wife for quite some time, and his girlfriend calls him up and says, "Hey, I got the 3-letter word and you need to go get tested." So he goes and he gets tested, finds out he also has it. Now he's got to go talk to his wife. Y'all, wife had already peeped that this guy was definitely stepping out on her. She got on prep months ago, told this man that she was on high blood pressure medication. And in reality, she's been on prep this whole time. So because she was thinking and protecting herself, she does not have that 3-letter word, STD thing. And her husband, this man is crashing out because she didn't put him on prep as well. He is crashing the fact. He's like super duper mad because his wife figured out he was cheating on him and protected herself and not him. And I'm just over here like, sir, you need to be glad she's real classy. Because some of us don't think I need to protect myself and stay in this situation. Some of us think, I could get away with it. like he should be counting all of his lucky stars that she is a gracious and kind woman who apparently wouldn't hurt a fly, because I feel like the wrong person is crashing out, and that maybe perhaps he should just be grateful she's a non-violent lady. That's just my opinion, though. Glad there were no deer included and that you made it back. Hi, Linda. I'm here, but very tired. That kind of day. Oh, I'm sorry. Note to self, if you don't want your computer to do weird things, make sure the remote control for something else isn't on the control key of the laptop, thus making it do weird things. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Hello, everyone. I enjoyed a lovely nap earlier this evening. I'm hoping I can stay for at least 3 sprints. I'm wishing you all the luck. I'll probably be focusing on journaling stuff tonight and maybe some reading. Fabulous. Hi guys. Hello, Hafroon. Um, I'm here, but probably will be hit with a snooze and stick soon. Hello, hello. Right? I mean, she did good. It is absolutely not her place to protect him. He is totally a selfish man. And that's what he did. He got himself a stupid prize. And I feel kind of like she got he got exactly what he deserved, you know? And like I said, that story is completely from the internet. I could find the people that I read it from, but um, you could just as easily on Threads, because that's where I got it. And I do not remember the specific person because I be scrolling a lot of drama on the Threads. Hello, how are you? Oh my gosh, your profile picture is gorgeous. Um, let's see, with it being the last Friday, I wasn't talking to you, Siri. With it being the last Friday of the month, we got a half day today. So we were out by noon. So happy. Congratulations. That's awesome. Mm. All right. So I am going to go ahead and drop us into our first sprint of the evening. And may you all wait. Or, Jeebus. It's been a long day. It was. It absolutely was. Yes. Yes. It is all kind of anything that starts with an S, and it's like, were you talking to me? I'm listening. I'm here for you. Calm down. Like, dang. All right, here we go. First sprint of the evening, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. did you do? How did you do? I did a small amount of writing, and I did some meditation. So, you know, I'm not unhappy with it. There we go. Let's see. I've had the blank blank feature turned off, and she still reacts whenever my roommate talks to her phone to set a timer. It is wild. It is really disturbing, actually. Yes, Twitch is there on any night that isn't a members only night, because YouTube likes to be weird too much. Agreed. Yes, it is a Ouija Moog, and very, very shiny, which is why it was such a giant pain to get a decent view on it for the camera. Hoping to hop on soon, but the little ones are buck wild tonight. Oof. I wish you all the luck. Hello, Lori. Hi, Lori. How are you feeling? Oh, you had a funky week. Sorry to hear that. Good deal on today being better. In the process of reorganizing my pocket notebook system, which meant playing with paint pens to design the covers. Nice. Let's see. So glad to hear today's been better at least. I'm still editing chapter 3, my third day on chapter 3, so it's a big one and needs a lot of attention. You got this, though. You got this. The full moon energy is wild this weekend, right? I feel like full moon energy is always feral. Speaking of members only, if you're looking for Rhiannon tomorrow, you'll have to join the membership to see her because we get too wild for YouTube and Twitch to be public. All of that. Preparing my characters to perform a resurrection. Ooh, that's fun. What are they going to come back as? Will the resurrectee come back as, just a regular human, a zombie, a vampire, some kind of like a lich? I think it's a lich is the word. But what are they coming back as? But she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3. Sorry, I had to. Best of luck to you. Oh no. I'm a large portion of that. Unless it's tea day at the fudge house. You got that right, Jenna. And my mom's birthday is tomorrow, a Gemini birthday with a full moon. Oof. Spent that whole sprint just planning out the next scene I need to write. I love it. Yes. Rachel Fangoria. Ooh, I'm so intrigued. Lich rhymes with Twitch. Oh my god, my favorite Disney movie. I'm laughing so hard. I love that. Yay. Hopefully a person, but I guess we'll see what happens. I like that way of thinking. That is true. Tuesday, I did not have any chaos. That was all you. Yes, it was. It was a half hour of me sharing the utter shit show that is my family. I had all the tea. It was piping hot, and I shared. And mostly it was just wildly entertaining. Because I'm not close to any of these people. I'm one of those people that had to leave their family and get away from them for their own safety and mental health like 20-30 years ago. So yeah, I am that person who will turn normal convos into song references. Nice. Although, now, you gotta be kind of careful if you're using random old songs from like the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s. Like, some of it, just looking at it now, it's the, whoa. Um, very, very disturbed. And I'm not talking about like the songs that were intentionally, you know, raunchy and grindy. Um, I did not hear the howl, but I did see the timer disappear, so I just kept talking anyways. Um, let's see. Hoping for updates tomorrow, but I'm sure that's probably not happening. No, I haven't had any kind of update since. I'm not talking to them any further. Um, I am feeling better about how I reacted to my mother dead naming me. I feel like the way that I reacted not only firmly held the boundary, at least, you know, the second time that she did it. The first time, obviously, I ignored it, but the second time, I firmly held the boundary, and I feel good about that, you know? Some songs did not age well in their accuracy alone, right? And some were just really creepy. I'll be watching you. Like, first stalker song ever. And it all he is stalking that woman. It's creepy. um as I've said before, the songs we were listening to in high school, we had no business listening to in high school. Pony by Genuine on the bus in 7th grade. Oh, I know. No, it didn't. It didn't play it on my end. Um, I tried. Yeah. I went and legally changed my whole forking name. Um, you know, my name is it was legally changed, um, and it doesn't have any of my old name in it, and intentionally. Um, and I'm so sorry that your family is disrespecting you like that. I hope you eventually get to a place where they respect your boundaries and you. I do need beta readers. It's my first time recruiting some. This is the second novel I'm trying to release soon, but it's a learning process. Yes. Oh my God, pour some sugar on me. Yeah. Not in the gym. We'll never get it off of the off the floor. That's my Saturday cleaning jam. Yes. I'm so sorry, Charlie. Yeah. Yeah. Um, all right. So, wildly off topic again. Yet again. Uh, so, sprint number 2. All the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? Let's see. Okay. Where were we? Ah, yes. Baby, hit me one more time. Ah, I feel so bad for Britney Spears now. Like, she was so abused, and now she's so traumatized. I feel really bad for, you know, what she went through. And the fact that women with money are so unprotected. And in fact, Wendy Williams, I believe, forking Wells Fargo put a conservatorship over her bank accounts. They took control of her money because they said she was spending it recklessly or some shit like that. Like, it is dangerous in these streets, y'all, especially for women, and twice as much if you happen to have a little bit of money. They're still up. Sleep regression is alive and well with my 6.5-year-olds. Oof, I'm sorry. Finished my new pocket notebook setup and took my meds. Gonna switch up to astrology stuff in the next sprint. Love it. Okay, gonna go sing to the smalls and hope they'll chill so I can get a little writing done. I'm wishing you all the luck, because it sounds like you need it. Proof Disney Star Syndrome goes deep for her too. Yeah. Finally able to move on to editing chapter 4. Ah, congratulations! I'm editing chapter 14 before moving on to write chapter 15. Congratulations! Wait, are you editing every chapter before you go on to the next? That's wild. Oh, that whole thing with Wendy done pissed me off. Yeah, I mean, like, there's, you know, she's got a lot going on, and she is not always my favorite person, because of some of the ways that she handles things. But that there was no reason for them to do that to her. She's not got issues where she needs somebody to manage her money for her, and that is insane. Yeah. And her parents did that to her. I've done nothing so far. Neither have I. The Sweetest Thing podcast. Yay, congrats, right? So, yeah. Thank you, Melanie. It's wild things. You know, and meanwhile, there's men out there that are obviously having some mental health issues. Like, it is right there for our president. Obviously having mental health issues, and yet nothing is done. Nothing. So, yeah. It's wild. It is wild being here. The timeline is trash. I have to be up at 6:15 to be somewhere by 8. Oh my god. I'm sorry. But I did it to myself, saying I'd do something that forking early. Yeah. Oh. My daughter is going out on a date Sunday. And she was like, "Can you watch the kid?" And I was like, yeah, as long as it's not going to be early. Are we going out on no morning dates? Oh, but yeah, no, he's not. Like, oh, that's a good one. Everybody thought it was flippin' hilarious when Tom Cruise was jumping up and down on a couch on, you know, a major network nighttime show. And yet, nobody thought That's not normal. That's not normal behavior. Maybe Tom Cruise should, I don't know, have an evaluation or something. Nobody thought that. Even though he was jumping up and down on a couch during an interview. Um, what an ish show. Oh, Jess, hope it all goes smoothly for you. Spent that sprint setting up an ellipsis file for my beta readers. I love it. I don't function until noon. I'm actually up before noon. I just don't people until closer to noon. But you know, my dogs need to be walked early in the morning, and then I have to give Damon his medication at 10. So yeah, let's see. Didn't seem so bad last month when I said yes before I spent the week listening to jackhammers and nonsense early. Yeah. You are absolutely right. Women in general are targets. We need to be careful always. And that, you know, the darker your skin gets, the more that applies. That was most likely a manic episode, looking at it now, hindsight and all. I mean, I thought it was a manic episode without the hindsight. Like, a lot of people just, you know, and guys can do that shit and just, he's just excited. Or whatever nonsense they spout for as an excuse for the guy. And it's just insane. Now it's like, why? Yeah. If I'm left to my own devices, I get up at earliest noon. Yeah, I would absolutely do that. But Damon here with the epilepsy, he can't do it. My other two dogs, they would happily sleep with me till noon. But Damon, because he's got all this medication, he's gotta go, you know, every few hours, and then he's got to have the medication every 12 hours. So we do it at 10 and 10, and then he gets his last walk at anywhere between 12 and 2, and by 6-7 o'clock in the morning he has got to go. So we get up, we do a quick walk, and back in the house so I can go back to bed until 10. Yes, it took me forever to do it. I was moving it by like 10 minutes a day because I didn't want to, you know, mess it up. No, he's good. He's good. He's doing real good. He's over here sleeping. And he's actually not been snoring tonight. So, but yeah, he's doing good. All right, so here we go. Sprint number 3, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? I am working on my my day planner, day recorder, I guess. So I'm super tired today. Cammy was going to the door. It seemed like every 15 minutes between 6 and 8:30, 9 a.m., which is around the time that I'm supposed to be sleeping. But every time she opened the door, because it's the front door, the dogs jump out and go batshit. So yeah, and then I tried to take a nap later, and that didn't work so great either, because she was back at it, and I was just like, ooh, about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, and I will know for sure. I mean, the only thing I could think of that she was waiting on was me to lose my shit, because it was getting close. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think she was just, having a day and not thinking about, the effect that her actions might have on others. I don't think it occurred to her that the dogs running in and out of my bedroom like little idiots would be wildly disruptive. So yeah, I got some words in along with some edits, but didn't count. Doesn't matter. You don't gotta count. I'm heading to bed. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Yes, sleep well. Yeah, I really think just for me to lose my shit. I did not. I'm proud of myself, but I kind of wanted to. Got 91 words and dosed the kid. Excellent work. And excellent work on the typo. The intentional typo. Had a snack and worked on some definitions. I'm going back to basics with astrology so I can relearn how to interpret my natal chart, and love that. Going beyond the horoscope, you could say. Yeah. Spent that sprint working on a bookbinding project. Oh, I love that. Yes. Bookbinding is it's a very intentional practice, and it's to me that seems very calming. But I have ADHD, so I'm weird about what I find calming. Working on a backstory for a main character. She's the last to get one. Oh, I love it. Go you for that. I love that, Charlie. That sounds so fun. 679 words. Excellent, Louise. Let's see. And now the downside of nice weather in my area. Idiots revving up their little Honda race cars at 11 p.m. and racing up and down a 25-mile-an-hour road. Ooh. See, I'm not okay with that, and it's not, it's not because I don't like them having fun or anything like that, but that puts so many things in danger. Like if there's kids in the neighborhood, it might be teenagers wandering about at 11, which seems weird, but it's possible. Maybe they snuck out and now their parents don't know they're out in the middle of the road because they got hit by an idiot. Or somebody's pet. I don't like it. I don't like it. Plus it's after 11. They're being noisy. I'm rarely asleep before 2, and I want my nighttime to be quiet. I want to enjoy it. And I'm not enjoying it if somebody's, making loud noises with their cars. Gonna head out to unwind for the night, getting up early to dash to help get ahead on next month's bills. Yes. You do the thing, get that bag. It's my first time doing it, so things will be rough, but I'll learn. Yes, and that's part of the fun of it, right? learning the best ways for you to do it, and learning all the little tips and tricks that you just don't know when you first start. Ah, it's I love that. I love that for you. Um, let's see. Oh, I know the neighborhood kids are out now, so they're acting a straight fool outside, day and night. hmm Are you familiar with Mackenzie Shavilla? Is it Shavilla or Sharia? Um, that incident happened like 20 minutes up the road from me. No, I'm not familiar with it. But I'm gonna assume, based on context, that it had something to do with somebody getting hit by one of those cars, or one of those type cars. Although a few years ago I did see a kid rolling down our hill in an office chair one afternoon backwards. That sounds not smart. If you've heard of The Crash on Netflix, that girl. I have not. Okay, now I'm going for realsies. Sleep well, Melanie. I have not heard of The Crash, though. Uh, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. Uh, it's not because I don't want to. It's because, to be fair, most TV bores me. And also, I do a ridiculous amount of reading for school. Um, but speaking of that ridiculous amount of reading, um, this girl in our class, she was like, "Hey, professor, are we going to be reading more, more women's voices, more black women's voices, more other voices about Jung?" And I was so fucking happy that I could be like, bam, here's a link to an African American woman's take on Jung, and here's a link to a feminist take on Jung, and here is a link to a book on early uh, depth psychology analyst type things, women. Um, I was so thrilled that I could provide those, and the women in class thought that was awesome, you know. So it was such a good feeling to be able to spread more women's writings, you know. Um, it just makes me very happy. Let's see. Yeah, he looked about 11 or 12. Ooh, prime time for dumb decisions. All right, so here we go. Final sprint of the evening, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? I did some journaling and did some chatting. That was it. So let's see. Hafroon is thinking of going to university next year and asked, how did it go for you when you first started? The transition from transition going from not in school to being in school. You go, look at you doing the cool things. I'm trying. I'm fucking trying. Yeah, he was living his best life while I'm sitting there looking out the window like, what the fuck? It's the answer's in two parts on YouTube because YouTube is ridiculous. For me, the transition went pretty smooth. I had a few months before classes began, and I spent that time, reading the recommended reading list. So I had already really gotten back into the nonfiction reading groove. Plus, at the level I'm at, there isn't a ton of assignments, and that really helps. Like I have 3 assignments in one class and 2 in the other. And I'm only taking 2 classes at a time. And while the semesters are much shorter, because I'm doing, 3 semesters in a much shorter time frame, it works, and I'm still counted as going full time. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. Louise is baked. It's time for her bed. She met her quota for the day, and that is excellent. Printed and folded more signatures. Yes, yes, excellent. Oh shit, that reminds me, I gotta put more signatures into the books. Oh. That's a tomorrow deal. 280. I've almost hit my goal for the day. Congratulations. Wandered YouTube and did some chatting. I spent that last sprint cleaning my kitchen. Man, there is nothing like your kitchen being clean and just waiting for you when you get up in the morning. Like, that is like the best feeling for me. Maybe it's not that way for everybody, but that's how I feel. So excellent work. And yet somebody was complaining there was too much busy work. Never mind, inside sassy thought. But I know who you're referring to. Indeed. And that was, about a classmate. So it was a school joke. And the members know about it. Oh yeah, we don't need the timer, do we? So yeah, anybody that's a member already heard all of that stuff. So if you're not a member and you would like to catch up on all the tea and the drama and whatnot, join. We do members only sprints twice a week now. We were doing them once a week, but I've added a second night that is just for members so that we can cut up and act a fool and not get my channel yanked down. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I need to go in and catch up on my sleep. Yes, once a week was not enough. Right? And we're not always real wild there. Some nights it's just really chill but private, so that we don't have to worry about everything being public. So all right, I'm out of here. Thank you all for being here. You are so appreciated, and may you all wake rested, refreshed, and ready to kick the crap out of your day. Good night.
In my heart is a waterfall.